This is such a joke. I'm not even going nepotism here. It's just a publicity stunt. He averaged 4 points a game. He was hurt.
Yep.
You mean to tell me that all these other kids in the draft weren't worthy of the pick? This just goes to show you the control that the father has there. Same thing with the coach, firing coaches, assembling the team. It pisses me off. I mean, we've been talking about Caitlin Clark here, who got picked number 1 overall, that broke every single scoring record. Every single scoring record in college. She beat the men's and women. And people are saying she's not worthy to play on this team or that team, that she has to earn her way. And there's this league thing against her that, this is different than what it is in college. It should be the same for him. It should.
It is nepotism, though. It is.
Of course, because the father's controlling it. I even hate calling it that because I just think it's such a stupid. Everybody and their mother knew he was going 55.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because of nepotism.
Yeah.
I think even Woj is acknowledging it is nepotism. He just doesn't want to hear it from people.
Is the old man good for the Lakers?
Tough.
Is the old man good for the Lakers in the way they play? Or is he holding them back?
LeBron's probably their best player.
Yeah.
Well, so he's a planet guy, meaning he's known all over this entire world. He's not the same player he was.
But he's still probably their best player.
Goes to show you the state of the Lakers, though.
Yeah, they're not a good team.
They're not a good team. That's a team in turmoil. It's a team that I don't think is going to get a great coach in J.J. Redick. Who the hell knows what that is? It's this podcast buddy. Oh, wow, let's get him. Oh, then we'll draft my son, 55. Keep me happy here. I'll keep my house here. I'll stay here. I'll help put people in the seats for you. It's a circus. You've added to the circus. Now you've taken, it's the clown car that has 17 clowns climbing out of it, or it's the bear that's riding the unicycle, or it's the flying trapezist. I don't know. Whatever you want to go to the circus, see peanuts and watch, or guess the fat lady's weight. I don't know. I mean, this bugs me. It bugs me.
Do you blame the Lakers for it?
I blame the league and the Lakers, yeah.
The only reason I have a hard time getting all that upset about it, I would understand if you're a kid who just missed being drafted and you were dying to be drafted in the second round, yeah, I'd be pissed, of course. If I was that person's family, I would be pissed. The reason I have a hard time getting worked up about this is it's the second round of the NBA draft.
Right.
Which, what does it even mean? How many players, generally speaking, actually come from the second round? So if you want to do something screwy like this, if you want to get a little weird in the second round, do something cute. That's what this is.
Picture the second rounder?
This is the Hallmark Channel sort of NBA draft pick. Yeah, occasionally players come from the second round, like Draymond Green, right?
Yeah.
Second
Probably
round
the
pick.
equivalent of like a 6th or 7th round pick in the NFL draft, right?
So it's hard for me to really be up in arms about it because of that. If he went in the first round, that's wild to me. Honestly, Zoe, is he doing right by the kid? Is this good for Bronny James?
No, it's not.
I think it's tough for him. He's just going to live in his dad's shadow now and try to become a pro. And
now LeBron's sleeping with one of his teammates' mothers. I mean, it's they get ready for that stuff.
Some would say not the first time, yeah, but
probably not.
It's a crazy situation. I would imagine it's a weird feeling for Bronny James, right? Because you have to know too that all right, I probably should not have been drafted, but my dad strong-armed an organization essentially into me getting picked.
We're Celtics fans here. Kudos to the Celtics for not taking this guy from the pick before. And if you're so put yourself in Lakers fans' shoes. If you're a Laker fan, are you excited about this? Does it get you going? I'll be like, what the hell are we doing? Can we get back to playing real basketball?
But I don't think any second round pick gets them excited. Like this, probably if any,
I get it.
Is the one that does get them a little. That's cool. That kind of reaction. Shrug your shoulders. It's cute. It's cute.
Thank God it's not us, is what I say.
Yeah, it's a sideshow.
Thank God he's not here and doing this here in Boston.
You didn't want them to hold Bronny hostage? Like, draft him at 54 overall and say, hey, if you want him, you got to give us something.
No, because you're better than that. You may have actually found Al Horford's replacement, at some point here, if he develops. I don't know. It seems to me like Brad Stevens cares about basketball and wants to get the team better. Found a hell of a shooter, in round one. Took the kid there, and maybe he drafted the next big guy. We'll see.
Maybe.
Two good schools, Creighton and Gonzaga. You got two good picks there. And I know the kid was at North Dakota State prior to that. But, hey,
Just would
I'll
have been
take Brad
interesting.
Stevens.
Would have been interesting, McCone, to see what the Lakers would have been willing to give up.
To get
Right.
Bronny. Yeah.
Hey, sorry, we took him. Yeah, we had the pick ahead of you, 54 overall, higher than 55. We took him. We know you told us not to take him.
Yep.
He's going to threaten to go play in Australia or somewhere. If you really want him, what are you willing to offer us?
The situation that makes it so crazy, though, is that Clutch, the agency that runs all this stuff behind the scenes, if you piss them off by taking Bronny James, then are you shutting yourself out of all these elite-level players, and are you suddenly have a scarlet letter as a franchise because you did Clutch wrong? Like, that's what's wild about this whole thing. All the behind-the-scenes stuff and the power that people that aren't even actually, like, affiliated with the league control all this stuff. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
like Eli not wanting to go to the Chargers on steroids.
I'd say it's different because at least you're the number one pick there.
Yeah. Like it's the actual player
You're
actually
not.
has
You're
value.
not good enough to dictate where you want to go. Did he only work out for two teams? Lakers and Spurs. I think that was it, right?
Suns, I thought.
Or
Yeah.
I thought it was
okay.
Phoenix. Yeah.
All right, and it was Western Conference, but yeah. So like you work out for 20 if you can.
I think it's just a hard way for
If
the
you
kid
wanna
to
ball.
start his career.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not going anywhere anyway.
Right.
And maybe this is just sort of a nice thing to do for a guy whose dad is very important to the league. I get it. But how do you walk into a locker room and feel like you've got any sort of pride,
He's in a
understanding that
brutal
you're
spot.
just it's take your kid to work day every day?
Yeah.
You ever shower with your dad?
Excuse me? What was the first part of
You ever
that?
shower with your dad?
Oh, shower with my
I remember
dad?
I was working out as a kid, like in junior high, and my dad took me. He's the AD, and he took me in the gym, and I lifted weights, and he was walking the track, and that's when they go, ready to go home. I go and get in the shower because my dad's shower, and he's showering over there, and I'm like, all right, time to go home. Like, what's he gonna wait till his dad's done shower, then he goes in? It's just weird, man. It's just everything's weird about it.
I hadn't thought of that.
617-779-0985.
Who's he sit with on the plane?
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Bronny James, shower stories all on the table. Let's get to your calls now. Tom's already in Quincy, wants
go.
to talk Bronny. What's up, Tom?
Hey, what's going on,
What's
guys?
up?
Hey, you guys. I don't pay a ton of attention to the NBA because every time I hear about it, it's about LeBron James. And this whole thing, this kid getting drafted, I find it laughable that Woj says nepotism. This is so far beyond nepotism. They've given LeBron James this god complex in the NBA where there can't be a move made in any franchise without him approving it or him influence other people involved in the background, like you just said, Tim. You're getting sports management companies can't say this, or sports management companies can't say that. Certain teams can't say this because they're going to be blackballed from being drafted or being represented by this Clutch Sports, whatever the hell it is. I think the NBA needs to take on some responsibility here by creating the monster that is LeBron James. There's never been an athlete in the history of sports that has had the influence to the negative influence that LeBron James has to the NBA. I don't care how much money he brings in. I think he's a dick. And I think that the amount of attention that's paid to him is disgusting. The fact that kid's in the league after the stuff I've read, he's not even worthy of playing at USC, and now you draft him to the Lakers, one of the most, successful franchises in the history of the sport. I find it all embarrassing that LeBron James has been doing this for 20-something years at this point. Get enough of him already, please.
Strong take. That's real strong.
Strong.
Yeah, I just, again, it's the second round of the NBA draft. Like, that's where
This
I look
would
at
be-
it, and I'm watching kids from Australia or France, McCone, who average 2.9 points per game and 3.7 rebounds, and they're getting drafted.
Yeah, they're
Right.
2
And so
years
it's
away
like-
from being 2 years away.
Yeah.
Phil's right here. Like if this was their first round pick and you're like, oh, they didn't get in the playoffs, they had a bad year, and all of a sudden, they're picking his kid, like this is weird.
Well, that's why, honestly, if you're the Lakers, I don't fault them at all for this. If you're the Lakers and for the 55th pick, you can make your superstar happy, I think that's the value. That's more value than what you could expect for a normal 55th pick.
Exactly.
Overall.
That's where one of the greatest franchises in the history of sports lies, right?
Yeah.
Just complacency with our best player. Yeah.
Just make him happy.
Yeah. Have fun, Lakers.
I mean, you can make the argument, honestly, that the Patriots with Tom Brady should have done more of that, right? Do everything you possibly. If you have one of the elite players in the league, do everything you possibly can to make that guy happy. And why are you going to die on that hill with the 55th pick and take some guy from France that might come over in 3 years and give you something versus taking a kid that's going to make your superstar happy? I would take that second option.
Well, and again, if it's the equivalent of, if the second round of the NBA draft is the equivalent of the 6th round of the NFL draft, if Brady went to someone late in his Patriots
like, I
career and
love
said,
this kicker.
hey, I want this Michigan kid in the 6th round. Can we make that happen?
Yeah.
Wouldn't everyone
Yeah.
kind of side with Brady on that? Be like, okay, yeah. I mean, these are valuable picks. It's a way to add to our team on a cost effective manner. But it's the second round. It's the second round. I don't blame him for it. There was a 1% of me that was wondering if the Celtics might do it.
Just an ultimate troll job.
It's the Celtics-Lakers thing.
Yeah.
What would Red Auerbach have done?
Yeah. Rivalry back on.
Would he have taken him and said, hey, you really want him? Tell me how much.